Welcome to Bamzooki, the show that puts the nation's virtually created creatures, aka Zooks, to the test. Every single Zook you'll see throughout the series has been designed using this software, and I've actually designed my own house Zook. This is Bernard. I think you'll agree he's a pretty good-looking fella. You'll be seeing a lot of him and hearing quite a lot of Rich, who's going to guide us through the contests. Rich, mate, you were supposed to build your own house Zook. The show started. Where is it?
Well, I've got an old washing-up bottle, a couple of toilet rolls, and some sticky-back plastic up
Rich,
here.
mate, that's not what it is, OK? You've got to build it using the software. It's virtual, it's not real. You've got 2 minutes till the first contest, OK? Go and design your house, Zook, all right?
I'm on it, Jake. All
right, see you in a few minutes. But right now, let's get on with the show, and it's time to meet our very first team who had a bit of trouble designing their Zooks.
Oh! Stephen, we've had this Bamzooki software for ages and we still can't get Knuckles to move properly.
Well, let's try this again. Oh! Come on, guys, we need a break. Let's get out of here. All right, lads, it's time to do some research. Let's split up.
Laters! A Zook can either be big, slow and strong, or light, small and fast.
That's a good action for climbing over obstacles. A Zook could move like that.
Texture and design. Maybe that's where we're going wrong. Zooks have to look good too.
So, did you get what we need?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, smart out there. Heavy, let's go back to the computer then.
Welcome to Bamzooki, boys. Good to see you. Now, you did a lot of research before you started building your Zooks. Do you think it's paid off?
Yeah, the research is very good. It helped us with the texture of the Zooks. Yeah, the digging machine gave us the Zook's movement, and that was really good.
OK, so overall, you've got a good team, you reckon?
Yes.
All right, so the bad boys are looking for a good performance today. But before we go any further, let's meet the team that you're up against. And they approach their Zook building in a very dramatic manner.
We are drama queens, and we think in order to build Zooks, we have to act like Zooks. Reveal the Zook inside you. This just won't do. It's far too dull. We need to inject some character into our Zooks. Our Zooks should be bright, colourful to stand out. Now, get into your Zook position and we can start building. Sophie, what's your motivation? Well, it's to climb over obstacles without falling over. Hold it there. Yeah, don't move. No, Sophie, no! Do we have an understudy?
Kicksters, welcome to Bamzooki. Good to see you. Now, you three are obviously very good actresses, but the big question is, will your Zooks be getting stage fright?
I don't think so. If they're anything like us, they'll never be shy.
Right, you three are going to be trouble today. I can tell that already, aren't you?
Yeah.
OK, but do you think you've got the Zooks to win this thing today?
We know so.
All right, confident as well. Good luck to you. But right now, let's get on with the show, and it's time for our very first contest. Alrighty, teams, this is it, our first contest of the day, and it's Zook in a China shop. Basically, it's a game of mayhem. As you can see, Bernard is demonstrating right now. What you've got to do in 30 seconds is knock down as many of these poles as you can. So what you really need is a Zook that can cause absolute mayhem. Rich, I was kind of hoping that your house Zook could have demonstrated this, but it's still not ready. What's going on?
I'm having a little trouble booting up, Jake.
Right, have you tried the on switch?
Right, yeah, good idea.
Yeah, you give it a go, mate, and you guys go and pick your Zook for the first game. Off you go.
Well, I would have thought a big, strong Zook would suit Zook in a China shop, but what do I know?
Maybe we should choose Dragon Flame because he's very big. He can knock over the most.
No tears.
I think we should use Eggy.
OK, you've made your first choice. Let's play our first contest. Come on.
This looks like an interesting lineup. The Kicksters have gone for Chopaholic. Many legs, looks stable, but might get tangled. And the bad boys, well, they've rejected the strength of Dragon Flame and have gone for the spindly Eggy.
Rich, thank you very much indeed. Now, essentially, Eggy is an egg with legs, but the bad boys think, although it's small, it could do the business here, don't you, lads?
Yes!
You're expecting to kick off with a victory, so let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Ready.
So off goes Eggy, and straight away gets a good 2 rows down. That's plenty, but he's on his back. He's fallen over onto his back, and there's just no chance of him getting up. He's got only a few seconds left. Another one goes down, but he just can't get off his back. A bit embarrassing for Eggy. He is left with egg on his face.
Team, I'm afraid as much as you tried to help Eggy out there, he got onto his back quite early on, but I can tell you, you knocked down 18 sticks, which is a good start. Are you OK with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
OK, girls, 18 is the score to beat. Good luck to you. Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Ready.
So off goes Chopperholic. He has 18 to beat. He's a slower Zook, but he's got a lot of legs, and he's already caught a couple of rows there. That's a good start from Chopperholic as he works his way through. Let's have a look at the design of that Zook. All those legs sort of getting in the way, knocking down as many poles as possible. Needs to get into this corner now and knock a few down. That's good. Down goes another row. Yes, I think he's done it. Time up. Chopperholic takes it.
He's done it. 25 poles he knocked down. Congratulations. I have to say, Chopperholic, not the fastest Zook in the world, but those big legs did you proud. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
All right, well played. Well, the Kicksters have kicked off with a 1-0 lead, and boys, do not worry. There's 2 more rounds to go before the final, so you can still do this, OK?
Yeah.
All right, let's see how you do now, because it's time for the second contest. And Rich, this is it. The sum total of your Zook building, and it's this.
That's it, Jake.
OK, does it have a name?
Nosy.
OK, fine. Well, there we go, guys. This is Bernard against Nosy, teaching you exactly how to play Zook hurdles. Now, the aim of this game, as Bernard's demonstrated quite brilliantly, is to get over the hurdles and to the finish line quicker than the other Zook. We don't mind how you do it. We're not too strict. You can go over them, under them, around them, as long as you move a bit quicker than Nosy does. Teams, it's now time to pick your second Zook. Off you go.
Well, I've learned you need speed and long legs for Zook hurdles. Let's see what the teams think.
Well, I really think this long leg.
Maybe Dragon Flame for this round.
Which one do you want? What do you think?
Bad boys, Kicksters, back you come.
Well, that looked like a tricky decision. Let's see. The bad boys have gone for Dragon Flame. Well, he's certainly got long legs, but has he got the speed? A question we could also ask of Weirdo Warp. And listen to this, spelling fans. Weirdo, a very difficult word to spell. Remember, I before E, except after C. Oh, and in this case.
Rich, thank you very much for that impromptu spelling lesson. This is it, teams. Zook hurdles, the second game. Now, you've designed your Zooks, you've built your Zooks, you've picked your Zooks. That's where your involvement ends. It's now up to them to how well they perform. All you can do is cheer them on, and hopefully they'll do the business for you. Good luck to both teams. Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
So away they go, and immediately we can see Dragon Flame has got the speed along with the long legs. Weirdo Warp is looking like a slow Zook. Dragon Flame has virtually finished before Weirdo Warp is over the first hurdle. This is a whitewash, but Dragon Flame's got himself a bit caught there at the end. Is this a chance to Weirdo Warp? No, it's not. He's over the line. It's 1-1.
It's all over, and Dragon Flame manages to celebrate by jumping off the end of the table. Boys, you've won. How do you feel?
Yeah, great.
Well done. You've managed to bag a point, which is good for you because we're getting closer and closer to the final all the time. That's one good Zook. Was it built especially for this kind of thing?
Yeah.
Really? Well, congratulations. And Weirdo Warp, not really doing too well. It's managed to get so exhausted it's fallen upside down. But girls, it's all right. It's only 1-1. We've got one more round before we go into today's final. So hang in there. You could still go into the final with a lead. So well done to you. Rich, obviously a brilliant Zook won this contest, but I'm just thinking, to be really, really good, you need a Zook that can kind of jump over them. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, Jake. Jumping coupled with long legs would be incredible, but there is a knack to it. Big jumping is all about straightening your legs quickly, and the Locust has got this down to a fine art. In each leg, there are 2 key tendons, which act a bit like springs. When its knee is bent, the springs are stretched, just like the rubber band of a catapult, so that when the Locust wants to jump, it allows the springs to return to their original size, and its legs are straightened immediately. It literally catapults itself into the air. A catapulting Zook could be the answer.
Cheers, Rich. And right now, I'm just imagining a massive catapult and Nosy. Anyway, let's move on because it's time for the last round before today's final. The scores are tied and the pressure is on. Nosy, the Pit of Despair and Bernard. Those are the main 3 elements to demonstrate to you the weakest Zook. Now, the whole aim of this game is that you have to pick a Zook that can push against these walls, therefore pulling the weaker Zook towards the pit of despair. What you need here is a really strong Zook. Now, I know, having played a couple of games, you've already eliminated 2 Zooks that you could have picked, but make a sensible choice. For the final time, off you go.
Let's see if either team have managed to leave themselves with a strong Zook. If so, pick it now.
Knuckles, he's got the most power.
What about Disco? No, Tears.
So that he would go the furthest.
And to be strong because he's big. He's strong.
This is a good matchup. Come on, teams, let's play the game.
I tell you what, Jake, I wouldn't like to be caught in a dark alley with either of these Zooks. Look at Knuckles. The bad boys may have had some trouble building him, but he looks like he could do the business. And the Kicksters, well, they've gone for Tears. He's big, but is he strong?
Thanks very much, Rich. Now, bad boys, you actually call Knuckles Nuckster, is that right?
Yeah.
And you think he's got what it takes for this one?
Yeah.
OK, and girls, you're desperate for that 1 second lead to take into the final, so good luck to both teams. Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
And off they go, and Knuckles straight away, pushing with real power. Tears has got himself all caught up on the edge of the oh, he's going to go in. It's all over. Knuckles takes it.
What can I say? They're celebrating. It was hardly a contest, really, and Tears is probably in tears because it's in the pit of despair. Girls, how are you feeling?
Bad.
Don't feel too bad. It's not a major problem, OK? You're only 1 second behind the boys going into the final. Knuckles, he deserved a nickname because he was great. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, very.
OK, you think he can also work in the final as well?
Yes.
All right, let's find out as every single Zook comes together for today's Bamzooki final. Bad boys, Kicksters, this is it, today's Bamzooki final, and right now every single one of your Zooks has to come together to work as a team. It's basically a relay race. The very first Zook that you picked at the start of the show will tag the next Zook, and so on and so forth until the first team Zook to cross the finishing line will win. Before we get on with the final, let's just have a quick chat with Rich, because Rich, there are 2 Zooks we haven't yet met. Please introduce us.
Well, the final Zook in the bad boys lineup is Hitku, and for the Kicksters, it's Disco. They'll be hoping he can strut his stuff over the line and make up that 1 second deficit.
Rich, thank you very much. OK, bad boys, you're leading 2-1 over the Kicksters, which basically translates to a 1 second lead in the final. It's not a lot, but it could be enough to win it for you. Teams, best of luck. It's been so close, but we've got to pick a winner, so let's do it right now. Start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
So off goes Eggy, making the most of that 1 second head start, and Chopaholic slowly but surely makes his way towards Weirdo Warp. And it is slow too. Look at that, but hang on! Dragonflame has got caught on Eggy, which is giving the Kicksters the chance to make up lost ground. Weirdo Warp is now on his way to tagging Tears for the 3rd leg. Dragonflame is still stuck. This is a disaster for the bad boys. Can it get any worse? Tears now has nearly tagged Disco. Oh, the bad boys are out of this. Off goes Disco. At last, Knuckles gets tagged. He's quite quick, and he tags Hitku. And suddenly, from nowhere, the bad boys are back in it. Hitku shuffling his way past Disco. Oh, unbelievable. Oh, he's done it. That is classic Bamzooki.
I cannot believe it. How close, Kicksters. I am so sorry. You led at the start of the show. You led in the final. How do you feel, girls? You really feel bad. But listen, you brought some brilliant Zooks here today, so congratulations. You did really well. And bad boys, you're in the semi-final. You feel good, don't you? OK, well, as well as coming back for the semi-final, we've also got these great Bamzooki pictures for you, so there you go. Share those out amongst yourselves. You did so well. You came from 1-0 down to win in the final, so congratulations, boys. And if you want to build some brilliant Zooks just like Bad Boys and Kicksters, then you can do. Just log on to bbc.co.uk/cbbc, click on Bamzooki, and all the software is there to download and build your very own Zooks. Thank you very much for watching, and Rich, thank you for bringing Nosy into my life.
It's an absolute pleasure, Jake.
All right, see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Look at this.
Bamzooki.
Welcome to Bamzooki, the show where you can use this technology to create your very own virtual creatures. On today's show, 2 more teams will battle it out over 3 rounds and a final as we search for today's best team and, of course, best Zook. And talking of good Zooks, this is my very own house Zook Bernard. You'll meet Nosy a little bit later on in today's show. But right now, please say hello to Rich, who's going to guide us through all of the contests. How you doing, Rich?
I'm fine, Jake. We're using the very latest virtual technology here. It's been tested to the max, and nothing can go wrong. Rich,
thank you very much indeed. There'll be more brilliant jokes from Rich throughout.